Hello art friends, how are you doing? Today we're going to learn how to draw an Incan temple. I've been hearing from Mrs. Mock that you're learning a lot about Inca. I think that's so interesting. And Inca, the people lived in ancient times, they lived in Peru, and my son used to live there. Okay, now do you notice the architecture of this? It's like stairs, how it goes up. Now, since this is so exact and it's symmetrical, I want to use the trick that I'm sure I've taught you before, where you fold your paper in half. So let's go ahead, and we're going to do that rubbing trick that works so good. So it's really like you're drawing half the paper and the other half you're rubbing. Okay, fold in half, and then have your paper go very wide. Not tall and skinny, very wide. Okay, we're gonna look at each of these steps. We're gonna make this little top, then we're gonna make this, that kind of looks like a slide, but it would not be a slide. And then we're going to make these sides. But remember, we're only going to draw half. And what's really important with this technique is that you draw pretty hard with your pencil so that it will make a print on the other side. And you've got papers to look at also. And in this case, there's 7 steps, but it's all right if you do 8 or 9. We just want it to look like the kind of architecture that would be in the Incan civilization. You could use a ruler. In fact, I'm going to use a ruler for these parts here. And I suggest you draw lightly in case you need to do it again. I have to do things over lots of times, so I would assume you would need to also. And this little part extends down a little further. Now, you don't have to use a ruler if you don't have one, or if you'd rather freehand it. Okay, so now we're going to do the rubbing. And we're hoping that along here, these little bits of graphite, the little dust bits of it, that it will transfer over. Now, when you're looking at your paper, you can see right through it. And I want to use a hard surface, so I've got a book here. And I'm going to go right on top of those stairs. I'm pressing kind of hard. There's no reason to rub it over here because there's nothing you're transferring there. So you can just look right through and see where you need to transfer. Okay, let's see how we did. Okay, that's good enough. Can you see how you see a little bit of the image? It's light, but I can still see it. So now I'm going to draw right over those parts. Kind of cool that we can get it exactly the same on the left and the right. If you go a little too far, you can erase it. So you could decide. Some people love to work with rulers and some would rather freehand. Kind of cool though, that you draw a half, but with rubbing you get the whole entire pyramid. Now, what are pyramids made of? If you said stones, you are right. Now we're going to connect because we're making the stairs go completely across. So I'm starting with this one, and I'm not going to go over this center section, but I'm going to do everything else. Do you think it'd be kind of heavy to get all those stones and to bring them and put them in place? I would say yes. I'm sure it took them many, many years to build a pyramid. Now this is a place where it's really nice to use a ruler. Do you see I'm matching it up on that side, matching up on that side, and putting my ruler right on those lines. And then I come across, stop, hop over, and come here. That one's done. Oh, one more little ending here. And there we go. Isn't that perfectly symmetrical? I think it's so great how that turns out. Now we're going to draw some mountains. There's many, many mountains in Peru. And just do a wiggly line. And we'll do some clouds. Nice and puffy, and little puffs and big puffs. You want to show some variety there. That looked like too many all the same, so I'm going to make that one bigger. There. Okay, we've got all our drawing done. You guys are amazing. Now you can choose if you want to use a Sharpie. You're just going to go over everything again with the Sharpie. Or if you don't want to do Sharpie, then leave it like this. And it would be awesome if you had a couple shades of green. And you could either lay this on at the side. I'm going to bring my book back because that black paper has a texture on it. There, I like that a lot better. See how I'm mixing some lighter green in there? This one I'm going to have mostly green, dark green. In fact, I want to draw with it, drawing like a pencil. If you want to make a little wall like that, that kind of helps you get your coloring to stay in the section. And then I'm going to add a little bit of light green. Now, if you don't have light green, you could use yellow for lighter, a little bit lighter green, or you could use blue for a little bit darker green. And I put green on the bottom for grass, and I did add some blue into that. I'll show you here. I added some blue there, and I did the sky, I left the clouds plain, and then with doing the stairs, I did it light, and then I did dark thought that gave a good sense of dimension. There's a shadow there. You're going to do both sides, and then you're also going to do this shape. So I would just use long, long strokes. And if you want to do color mixing, I'm going to use your orange. Orange goes good, it's close to brown. I'm going to put just plain orange on that stripe. Now I know I had a door in there on the other paper. I'm going to put that in, and that little stripe on top. I'm going to make that gray. I'll make the door gray too. So there you go. Now you do these all these stairs, I mean. You don't stop just because I did. I want you to do the whole entire picture. We'll have so much fun. Bye-bye.